What up, fam? You know I'm late, but it's still great. So let's get into it. It's week 14, and today is the day. The only game that matters on football is Detroit versus Green Bay. So Detroit all day today, baby. But let's go with what we came here for. It's the last week of the season before we hit the playoffs. You got Teacher Man's How to Squad back in first place. You got Bieber Boys in second. You got Neighbors is Golf in third. You got Blue Steel in fourth. And you got Big Dog 313 in fifth. That sixth slot is Detroit 6. He's up and came back into the spot after Almighty got knocked off by me last week. But it didn't put me in the playoffs. It put him in the playoffs. So I'm still struggling. I'm the first one on struggle bus right behind Almighty, who is also there. So between us two and Detroit 6 is going to be that last slot. And we'll get into matchups real soon. Beach House Playmakers is at 6 and 7. I don't have 4-9s at 6 or 7, which means they both are out. If they had won last week, they would have still been in that fight trying to get that last slot, which I said weeks ago, 8 and 5 was where it was at. So if you can't get the 8 and 5, you ain't gonna make it. And neither one of them can. Everybody else out. Leo Gang out. Bad Boys out. Bottom Shelf Brews out. OJ Mustard out. Giving them the Thanks for Playing award. And we see who at the bottom. OJ Mustard. It's not even Bottom Shelf Brews, and he don't even check his way. So, end of the season, week 14. This is what we doing. Let's go to the matchups. So last week, week 13, it turned out like this. Motown Monsters, me, 115 to Almighty 93.62. And he was big dogging it the week before, so I didn't think I had a chance, but I knew Joe Burrow was coming back, and he did his thing and put me ahead. So, had some good plays this week. Hopefully they play better, because look at that defense. So I'm going to say, it's like I didn't even have a defense in. And then look at the defense at the bottom. So, if you ain't picking good at the end of the season, you ain't going to make it to the playoffs. And that's what's kind of happening to me right now. Teacher Man's How to Squad, 124.72 to take his number one slot back from Bieber Boys with 94.30. There was a lot of people on bye and all that good stuff, but it don't matter. It's all about who win and who lose, and he won. So, kicking down the door. Well, look who he left on the bench with 49 points. I do believe that would did it. Yeah. That's 30 on top of the 20 he got for his quarterback. Yeah, that was a win. That's not a win. I don't know what to say to that. Hey, it happens, right? 21 down there with Njoku. And yeah, same thing. Again, if you don't pick right, you will go home with the Thanks for Playing trophy. Thanks for playing. Congratulations to Teacher Mans. OJ Mustard at 89.86 and Detroit 6 playing the best he has all season with a 152.92, coming up with 2-3 big scores in a row. He got all the players he need. If they play out like this, he may go from 6 to 1. But 152 this week to 89.86. Big dog of the week, Detroit 6. 104.64 with Leo Gang. Our champion from last year is not champion anything but the bench. So he holding it down for everybody, trying to make sure that we keep the seat warm. And 148.18 Blue Steel trying to become a champion again, staying in fourth place and doing it big. I don't want to see no recap from them. And then let's go to Beach House Playmakers at 113.04 to Bad Boys 72.64. And again, he at the bottom. And there's a reason. 113 though. Didn't get him enough to get back in the playoffs. So don't matter. Bottom Shelf Brews. I think they was competing for worse. But, here we go. Booty Eater of the Week right there. And then right after that, the other Booty Eater of the Week. 74.58 to Big Dog 313, 117.34. That's a pretty good score, keeping him in his fifth place spot. If he didn't, somebody was trying to take it, because I know I was. So if he lose and I win and he don't go, I ain't mad. 101, 104.50 Neighbors is golf versus I don't have 49, 111.46. Getting hot at the end of the season. I thought he was going to be that Cinderella, get that sixth spot, and I was going to stay in my spot and all of that. And ain't none of that happened. So he out, I'm out, and I'm trying to get back in. He don't got a chance. But he still won this game, and he taking people down with him, and I'm not mad at that at all. He kept Neighbors' golf at 8-5. So if he lose again, another person make it 8-5, and him still having 8-5 might swap up the lineup. So I'm rooting for everybody who trying to keep somebody else down. So congratulations to you, and keep it pushing. But you out. Week 14. Monsters. That's me. You know I'm taking me. I don't even care. Look at this. Look at this. Look at somebody trying to be funny. But it's okay. I'm going to take my L or my win, whichever way he decided to give it to me at the last minute, because he need to set his lineup. But if he don't, I'm going to take that win, because I need 8 to try to get there, because I got put out last week. I got an empty slot too, so I can't talk. I need to set that up before the day ends. See, I'm off my game this week, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get my shit together, and hope he don't. If he don't pay attention, that's on him. Almighty Scumbags versus OJ Mustard. Almighty got 93 points to 73.05. OJ could take him down with him. If he do, then that's one less person I got to compete with. So I'm rooting for OJ to actually set his lineup and take people out to buy and sit them on the bench and take out Almighty for me. If he don't, that's also fine. It is what it is. I already beat him, so he's going to be below me as long as I win. In contention for number 1 is Bieber Boys against Leo Gang. So the last champion could try to make sure that one of his other people that he competing against don't make it to number 1. He could keep him at number 2 if he keep him from winning. So if he lose, then he stay number 2. If he win, he might go to number 1, depending on what happened in my game. Leo Gang, he ain't coming up. He done for the season. Hopefully he set his lineup though and continue to fight to the end. Detroit 6, which is number 6, is playing number 9, and Detroit 6 is at 7-6. If number 9 can win, he'll be at 7-7, and so will Detroit 6. Everybody else will have to lose somehow to give Beach House Playmakers a chance to take a win and a walk to 7-7. So everybody with 7-6 would have to lose in order for him to get up from 9 to number 6. I ain't saying crazy shit ain't never happened, because it does. It's football. But that's the way it's looking. And even with that, I don't know if he's beating everybody in front of him, so he just might be doing what I did last week, which is letting somebody else jump into the spot even though you wanted it. But play hard, play long, play strong, do what you got to do. Blue Steel versus Bottom Shelf Brews. This is a cakewalk for him since he scored like 147 points last week. And Bottom Shelf Brew is pretty consistent on 73 points. So as long as he scored more than 73, he could probably fart that in his sleep, he'll be able to win this game. So congratulations to Blue Steel for a win in the bye week right before the playoffs. And you know that's why he's not staying at 8-5, or I would have been talking shit about him too this whole week. Bad Boys 4-9 versus Neighbors' Golf 8-5. This is his chance to again keep somebody else down. Another 8-5. Somebody else would get the 8-5. Again, swap up that order at the top as long as those people lose. But we know how it goes, right? Bad Boys, I don't think he had a high score last week. He's slated for 73, and I think he got a full lineup in. So with 73 on the slate, a bunch of people on bye, that might be the best he could do this week. And he just hope Neighbors in Golf like catch a cold, his players have a heart attack, whatever, as long as they ain't on Detroit, we all good with that. And it is what it is. But I think Neighbors in Golf gonna win that one. And again, that's why I ain't saying nothing. He gonna go to 9-5. And it is what it is. Big Dog 313, our last 8-5 person here is going against I Don't Have 4-9. We probably got the best chance out of everybody to keep somebody down. Go to 7-7, finish this season at 50%, and make Big Dog 313 very, very nervous this weekend because he is an 8-5, and if anybody else get 8-5, somebody could try to grab that slot as long as they beat him over the week. So we could see a big amount of changeovers and switch ups if we have certain people win and certain people lose. But it's all up to the players. It's all up to us to see how this season ends. So fight hard right to the end. You can either ruin somebody on the way out or do what you got to do. So good luck to everybody. This was a great season. Again, it was pretty fun. Everybody kind of even down to this wire with 2-3 people with 7-6. We got 4 people in the playoffs with 8-7. That's about half. So a lot of even teams for the season. And I'm looking forward to the playoffs. So set your line up. You know what's up. Peace.